Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's attraction tips video is called Meeting Up with Your Ex. Now, I get this question from you guys quite a bit, and that is, how do I behave when I meet up with my ex? And I understand it could be a bit awkward, especially after a breakup and not seeing your ex for so long, whether it be a few weeks or maybe even a few months. Not to mention all that nervous anxiety that you're feeling that could often lead us to say and do a lot of stupid things. But the reality is that all of this is really in your head. You're creating all of these worst case scenario what ifs that probably don't even actually exist. You probably won't even run into these situations. And this is actually causing you to become even more awkward and more anxious, which is making you even less attractive to your ex. And for all my female viewers, you could just replace her with him, and this is really the same thing for you. So just because I coach men, this doesn't mean that you can't learn something from this too. So in this attraction tips video, I'm going to discuss that attractive behavior that you want to display when you finally schedule a date or a meetup with your ex, and how to get out of your head so you could let that natural version of you that she found so attractive in the beginning of your relationship to shine through. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. All I ask is that you keep it relatively short and concise, like 1 to 2 paragraphs max. And if you would like to do this, head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the contact tab, and shoot me a message from there. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. I do have to take care of my paying clients first, but if you could just be a little patient and hold off for a few days, at least at this time it's a few days, I will get back to you as soon as I can. But if you need to get in touch with me right away, the best way to do that is, again, head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab, and there I have several options for you to choose from. I do offer emergency email coaching, and I also offer monthly coaching where I will work with you throughout the month to try to get whatever relationship issue you're having turned around and get you back on track. So in this video, we're going to say that you have been in no contact with your ex for at least a month or two. There's really no set amount of time that you should be in no contact. It's indefinitely. When they reach out to you is when you could start speaking to them again, if you even want to. But for this video, we're just going to say that it's been a month or two. She has reached out to you because she really misses you, and you miss her too, and you just tell her that you would love to see her. She's on board and she wants to see you too. So you schedule a date. And like I talk about in my video, the best way to get your ex back, if she broke up with you, you really want her to come to you. And what I mean by that, you want her to come to your house where you would make dinner or something like that. The idea is, since she ended things with you, she has to win you back instead of the other way around. But I know most of you are just so happy to have a date with your ex. We're just not going to cover that part in this video. But I do encourage you to watch that video. It's filled with all kinds of useful nuggets of info on how to reattract your ex. And I'll post the link to the video in the description down below. So obviously you want to make a good first impression. And hopefully during this period of no contact, you've been working on yourself and improving yourself. But you want to look your best. So you want to dress well. Maybe get a haircut, get your facial hair trimmed, and it's a good idea to be smelling good too. I know a lot of guys, they're like, oh, I'm not using cologne, but let me tell you, if it's a good smelling cologne, it's going to drive her wild. I remember after a breakup with this girl, this was years ago, and this has happened a couple times since, but this is just the image that I have in my mind right now, is that this girl and I, we broke up, and like a couple weeks later, we met up to exchange each other's belongings. And I know damn well she did this on purpose, but she dressed so hot. She looked super sexy. She had her hair done, her makeup done. And I mean, I remained strong through that, but like on the inside, I was just going nuts because she looked so good. And we ended up getting back together a couple months later, but at the time I was just like, oh. So yes, you definitely want to look your best. So you just want to put yourself into the mindset that you're just going to meet up with your ex and have a little fun. You don't need to put so much pressure on yourself that this date has to go perfect, because it doesn't. I mean, this is really just her putting her feelers out there to see if there's really any spark left between you two. I mean, she's been missing you for a while. She is probably a little uncertain about her decision to end things with you. So obviously she misses you enough where she wants to see you again. So she's really just seeing how things go. It's very much like in the beginning of the courtship. So just focus on having fun with her and do not focus on getting back together. Because if you are focused on getting back together with her, you're going to be putting out this nervous, awkward vibe that's actually going to repel her more than attract her. So just think of it like you're going on a first date with a brand new girl. You're basically starting the courtship all over again. Sure, you're going to be a little nervous, but also remember that this is a woman that you've already had a relationship with before, so you shouldn't be that nervous. Just keep in mind that you have shared some very intimate moments with her, both emotionally and physically. And you don't have to impress her either. You really just have to be that same fun, interesting, and charming guy that she originally fell in love with. Just do not talk about the relationship or getting back together or the topic of us, unless she brings it up first, but you don't bring it up. I mean, you wouldn't bring this sort of thing up on the first date, and you don't want to do that now. You just have to relax, be patient, take it slow and steady. And like I said, you're really just starting the courtship all over again. You want to treat it as a first date with a brand new girl you're just getting to know. I mean, it's fine to bring up old memories, to joke around about that sort of thing, but for the most part, you want to move past the old relationship. That relationship is over. You want to be creating new, fun memories. And that's really all there is to it. It's not complicated, though it is much easier said than done. But I know you got this, and just don't make a big deal about it. Don't build up this huge worst case scenario what if in your head. Just go with the flow, have fun, focus on flirting and laughing and maybe touching her, and if you create the right moment, go in for the kiss. That's really all there is to it. So I appreciate all of you that have watched this video to the end. If you guys have found it helpful, I would appreciate a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family who may also find it helpful. And I would also really appreciate you hitting the subscribe button down below and ticking that bell symbol that's next to it so you'll get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, I will have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, as well as a few links to a few recommended videos that will go along with this topic. And I also have a link to PayPal if you would like to make a donation. So that's it for this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.